Yes, people, today we're going to be looking at the UFC 6 official gameplay deep dive trailer. Now, I'll be honest, people, UFC 5 I've not really played a lot of. I think I'm like level 20 online, if that. Now, UFC 4, that was my bread and butter. I know a lot of people talk about UFC 3, I'll be honest, it was before my time. UFC 4 on my Xbox One before I sold it to get my PS5. Um, Oh my days. Like, I know I forget exactly how it works. Like you level up to like 100, then you got like a different color and then leveled up again or whatever. But I was way over 100 on it. Like, and I remember smoking like level 90 because I think you got to like 99, then leveled up to like a different sort of level to level up. And I used to come home from work every day. So now I used to be bad on the drink as well. I used to have like a bottle of Tesco's vodka or a bottle of Butt Fast and just sit there smoking dons on UFC 4 every day when I got back from work without a fail. Every weekend, sit there bashing out UFC 4. I loved UFC 4. I tried playing. You know what the big thing was for me? They changed how to do the uppercuts. They changed how to do the uppercuts, and I just couldn't get into the controls for UFC 5. But UFC 6. I'm gonna find out how to record myself so I can do like a career mode gameplay, online games, like all that stuff, people. But let's have a little look at this trailer and see if we should be excited for UFC 6 or not.
One of the best things about MMA is that everyone's fight is different. In UFC 6, that fighter individuality drives gameplay, ensuring no two fights are the same. Now, every decision you make carries the same consequences as the real thing. From the highs of ending a fight with a KO.
Oh, I tell you what, that was painful to watch, that knockout there. They done some fighters dirty in this trailer, in my opinion. Taporia getting knocked out by Oliveira. I thought Oliveira was gonna get knocked out by Taporia, but I thought it lasted a second round, and nah, I was wrong. Got flatlined just towards the end of the first. It looks pretty smooth so far, people. Yuri's fighting like how Yuri does. I think we'd sort of seen it there, but we'll see clearer later. Like Dustin doing the Philly show, like we've got new ways to block. It looks pretty decent so far, people. Looks like a new sort of level of health. I think this is new anyway. And I like how all this looks as well. Like the sort of it looks quite arcadey, but I like the sort of arcadey look, like all the health bars and stuff's got.
Or catching a submission in a takedown scramble,
That's
to
cool.
the lows
That's
of being
cool.
dominated by a suffocating ground game.
I don't think that's something that's been able to. Nah, saying that that might be not as smooth as that catching someone in the giddy when they go for a takedown, but I think they've had submissions, takedowns, reverse into submissions, transitions before. I might be wrong.
UFC 6 is powered by fighters. A sweeping overhaul of fighter movement, blocking, and idle animations showcases local.
Now this is one thing, yeah. I've seen people complaining about this like sort of blue smoky tint. Um, I don't know, I think it looks pretty cool to be fair. I've seen someone saying, "Oh, Carlos Prates has had too many cigarettes." You've seen him in the clip just before this. Um, I think it looks pretty cool, man. I think it looks clean. They have mist in machines anyway. Mist in machines anyway. You have like mist machines in stadiums anyway. It gets like that. You got all the people in there, all the different kind of lights make it look like that. I think it looks pretty cool, man.
Motion, signature strikes, and style, adding
Hmm.
strategic depth to your fight. Captured directly from UFC athletes, more than 1,000 new
Hey, that
animations
sort of look like Jack Black, like an older version of Jack Black. Look at my man, a bit
captured
skinnier
directly
as
from
well.
UFC athletes, more than 1,000 new animations and 100 plus athlete-specific
Yes.
idols make every strike, slip, and move feel authentic to the individual. In
No,
UFC
got
6,
Holloway
when you
piecing
pick
up Zombie Boy like that. That looked clean from Cruz though. The gameplay looks smooth from what I'm seeing here, man. Looks like it's flowing nicely. Let me see like that. I'm not really too much of a nerd for shit like that, but little stuff like that, do you know what I mean? when he's get punched, like you see the water coming off. I think it looks good, man.
A fighter that fits your style, you step into a matchup that feels
Ooh.
entirely your own. The pressure of Nick Diaz's fight now
Hey,
distinct.
they had Pantoja doing that Tatsuri Taira. Do you reckon they made this before Pantoja had that injury in the Joshua Van fight, losing his belt? Maybe. Nick Diaz versus Silva.
Contrast with that of Anderson Silva's evasive precision. With
Mm.
Sapien Tech mapping their bodies.
See, that's one thing I would be interested to see, because you can do that sort of shit in the other games, but how low's...
With Sapien Tech mapping their bodies, now
How low is
distinctly
Anderson?
contrast with that of Anderson Silva's evasive precision. With Sapien Tech.
So it looked like just then, let's just make sure I'm not bugging her, because I was going to say, like, you've been able to do all this dodging shit before, and it just drains your fighter's stamina. Well, that was my problem on, like, UFC 4, for example, anyway. But it looks like here, Anderson Silva, or is that because he's clicked to go into flow state? That's what's brought his stamina back.
Anderson Silva's evasive precision.
Nah, because look, he can still go into flow state. See, that in my opinion, like for UFC 4, like that's just brought his stamina back up instead of going back down. So maybe what you dodge so many shots, it brings your stamina back up. That's pretty cool, in my opinion.
With Sapien Tech mapping their bodies, fighters are more anatomically accurate. Choose a
See, that Pereira does look good there, to chill. That, like, compared to the UFC 5 version, like, that does look bare real. Scarily real.
Accurate. Choose a fighter with a longer striking range and you'll feel the reach advantage over an opponent with less. Details like hair, muscles, and skin match their true life counterparts.
See, when I first seen these pictures, I actually didn't think they looked too similar.
Match their true life counterparts.
But that's good, like, that Sean O'Malley looks way better. Sean O'Malley, the UFC 5, I mean, Sean O'Malley does look like he's pinging in both of these images. But UFC 5, Sean O'Malley looks like he looks like that Mr. Burns meme. Don't know if you've seen the Mr. Burns meme on, like, that sort of Alien Simpsons sort of episode where he looks like he's burning. Yeah, he looks like that.
Damage is more accurate and clothing moves better. All upgrades from UFC 5 that add realism to the fight. The fight gets more personal in UFC 6. With multiple variants for core strikes, you now have the flexibility to get creative on your gameplay style. If you choose Yuri, your looping strikes have more length, giving you the advantage of reach. Whereas when you use Alex, your left hook is more short and powerful, delivering more damage to your opponent. To be a great fighter, though, you also need to defend, and choosing how to protect yourself is just as important as the approach you take when attacking. In UFC 6,
see, for aura purposes, you gotta be doing the mad dodges and that. Even if you get smoked on it, it's worth it in my opinion. So look, what they got here: stand-up defense, catch kicks, blocking strikes, head movement, lunges, blocking and guard breaks, strike vulnerability, defense style, parry, clinch defense.
4 new blocking styles give you more options to defend.
Okay, that's so that you seen Philly Shell at the end of there.
4 new blocking
Balance,
styles give you
sturdy,
more options to defend.
evasive, Philly
Style,
Shell.
which is well-rounded, featuring responsible hands. A sturdy style, providing you with a stronger block but slower movement.
Okay.
An evasive style, meaning you're fluid, faster.
See, that's the aura farming one. It's
more
like
efficient. And the Philly Shell, which comes with some.
Oh, yeah, it's got to be the evasive style, aura farming on your opponents, or it's got to be the Philly Shell. I'm going to be fucking teeping and front kicking and Philly shelling my way to decisions on fucking every single online game with Sean Strickland.
Exposure, while also reducing damage to the head and body. How you evade also looks different, with all new head movement and lunge animations adding another level of realism to the fight.
See, that was smooth.
Another layer to authenticity.
The way Volt dodged that body shot. That looked cold still.
Looks different, with all new head movement and lunge animations adding another level of realism to the fight. Another layer to authenticity.
No, I just clocked. Look, they got Diego Lopez fighting Volt. Like I said, we got Diego Lopez versus Volk 3 before GTA 6. Fuck's sake,
To
come
the
on.
fight. Another layer to authenticity is real-time contact, where every strike lands where it's placed and when it should. New contact windows ensure strikes land on time and drive through the target, making every exchange look more precise and feel more visceral. With improvements to game physics, ragdolls, hit reactions, and deformations feel authentic, leading to
They're really done Yuri doing the old bags
more
legged. No.
impactful and brutal knockdown animations.
I know! We've got Tito getting slept here as well. If you haven't seen my Tito Ortiz funny moments video, check it out. Tito Ortiz is the funniest guy. They got Armands getting slept here as well. We got this
Improvements to
one.
game physics, ragdolls, hit reactions, and deformations feel authentic.
They got Taporius Super Arman. I know Arman was pissed when he seen this.
To more impactful and brutal knockdown animations, reactions, and consistency across the entire roster.
Peyton Talbot?
Every fighter
Is that a new fucking fighter? I don't think Peyton Talbot's in UFC 5, is he? Correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a while since I played it.
knows there's a moment when they're fully locked in. Focus.
Now, this is what I've seen a lot of people complaining about. Flow state. I thought it looks pretty cool. I don't know. I don't know. I just think it looks pretty cool. I just think this looks way better than UFC 5, which I've just not been able to get into. But for some reason, I'm just on the UFC 6 train, people. I got high hopes, people. I got high hopes.
Sharpens, the pace slows. It's called flow state, and that moment arrives in UFC 6. The overhauled perk system is rooted in real fighting styles and strategies.
Flow states and perks. So that God knows what all this is. Hunter flow state improves advance and footwork and increases damage by 50% when the opponent is against the fence for 16 seconds. So I've got all these different flow state and perks here, people. Bonesaw, Unbreakable, Spectre, Feather Step, Groundskeeper, Reaper, Titan, Electric Eel, Spindrift, Perpetual, Hunter, Stinger. This looks cool, man. I'm interested to...
With the new flow state mechanic giving you new ways to gain powerful, limited time bonuses for each fighter. It works in 3 layers. A base effect, which gives a passive boost to your fighter.
So look, that's the first layer. Reduce damage taken while evading with head movement. Okay.
Flow boost, which help build your flow meter faster.
Landing strikes coming out of head movement after evading a strike.
For fighting in a specific style. And flow state, which adds a powerful gameplay boost to help you finish the fight. From the 30 perks...
Okay, so the flow state's almost like a power-up. It's almost like, you remember like them old SmackDown versus Raw WWE games when you'd have to like beat the guy up enough, yeah, to get your submission, and then once you'd have your submission, you'd have your finishing move. Sort of reminds me of that a bit. They're the flow states that we read out. Flow state is an extreme boost to fighting ability granted according to a fighter's main perk. So it's like we've seen there, Kamzat went into flow state and got the takedown. Taporia went into flow state and got the knockout. So it's specific to the style of the fighter. That's cool, man. I don't see why people can complain about this.
Available, each fighter has a combination of 5 boosts and 1 flow state, adding an additional layer of
5 boosts, 1 flow state. Faster health recovery. So that in my opinion, that Gaethje's one's dead.
Combination of 5 boosts.
Makachev, speed up submission attacks, increase submission meter. So that makes sense. If you're Makachev and you catch someone in a submission and go in flow state, you're more likely to get a submission. That makes sense to me.
And 1 flow state, adding an additional layer of
That's dead. They don't Gaethje dirty though. And some faster health recovery.
in fight strategy with
Holloway, improve advance. Footwork, power and stamina efficiently. The opponent can taunt back to gain a portion. Okay. That's interesting. So Holloway can enter flow state and start giving it all the point into the map. But if you're playing against Holloway and you start pointing to the map, then you gain a portion of some of the benefits. That's cool, man.
Every fighter. With upgraded presentation, every arena feels more distinct. with cinematic color
Bobby
grading,
Green,
lighting, and lens
King Green,
flares,
sorry.
adding realism to every moment. Licensed venues have also been refined with site-specific lighting and atmosphere, giving MSG.
Oh, give me the O2 Arena. Shout out the O2 Arena where I watch UFC London. But to be fair, look, Madison Square Garden, there's obviously way more important arenas, but it'd be cool to get the O2 Arena there.
MGM Grand, and
MGM
T-Mobile Arena.
Grand.
Personally,
Oh, they got the T-Mobile Arena. That's where Conor McGregor should be fighting Max Holloway, if I'm not mistaken. Um, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong on that, people.
inside the octagon, 3D spatial crowd audio and ambisonic sound pull you deeper into the fight. You'll hear Bruce Buffer announce your name from the PA above your head. And fans chanting reactions from each side of the venue tied to specific fighters
Okay. Oh,
that amplify momentum swings and reward success. From unprecedented fighter movement and fidelity to evolved striking and defensive systems, UFC 6 is built around fighter individuality.
they got Wonder Boy fighting Ian Gary though. So that's interesting. So you might be able to gauge a little bit of a sense if you're winning the fight or not with how much the crowd's chanting your name, maybe.
UFC 6 is built around
Yeah, it is Ian Gary.
fighter
Yeah.
individuality, making every matchup feel different and every style worth discovering.
I thought that was Colby Covington fighting Sean O'Malley though. Nah, it's Peter Yan. Oh man, imagine that. And then look, obviously you've got the well, not obviously, sorry, but you got the 7 days early access, Fighters Pass, UFC legends, Randy Couture, Ken Shamrock, the expansion pass, VIP pass, iconic moments bundle, rivalry bundle. That's what you get for pre-order in the game, people. Now, this is the version of UFC that I'm gonna get anyway. UFC 6, brother, come on, brother, brother edition. Makachev, I love Makachev, innit? Shout out to Makachev, he's a cold fighter. But people, that's the UFC 6 gameplay trailer. Now, as I say, I'm not playing much of UFC 5. I'm really hoping, we've not seen much of it. I've seen that was another sort of grovel that people had with the trailer. So where's all the stuff on the career modes? Like, we've just seen stuff about the fighters. I seen a post earlier, I couldn't find it again, but it was about like the new overall rating system. So we're gonna see an overall rating system back in, was it UFC 3, where they were rated like 90 overall, etc. instead of the star rating system. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm super excited for career mode, people. I want to do a playthrough for the YouTube channel of a career mode on there. I think that'll be quite fun, quite good for the channel, man. I'll enjoy doing that as well, so hopefully you guys will. But guys, that's the UFC 6 trailer, looking at it, breakdown, whatever you want to call it. Please like, comment, share, subscribe if you've not already. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Thank you so much for watching. Peace and love, people, and I'll see you in the next video, which is probably going to be about Colby Covington retiring. I think I'm going to film that quick as well before calling it a night. Right, peace and love, people. I'll see you in the next one.